Hello, boss babes and bosses out there. So, yes, I'm back. I'm really sorry if nawala ako for a little bit kasi sobrang busy lang talaga ng tita nyo. But now, I'm back to share with you how to create an Upwork profile na maa-approve agad and makakasend kayo directly ng mga proposals sa mga prospect clients nyo. So, this is really from zero, like literally creating a new profile. Take note na isa lang yung account nyo dapat sa Upwork. Hindi kayo pwedeng maraming account. Kung meron na kayong Upwork account, you can just optimize it and make sure na when the clients check your profile, they will hire you. So that is what we call optimization. And I will make sure that after creating your profile, you can now send an effective cover letter. By the way, I've already created do's and don'ts for the cover letters. So you can check out this video here. Pero still, mamaya, I'm going to create how to do step by step from A to Z. If you want to learn how to do that, just keep on watching. So first, dito muna tayo sa pag-create ng profile. Maraming nagsasabi na Upwork is not that good na kasi meron ng bayad sa connects and hindi na sila nagtatanggap masyado ng mga freelancers na parang generic yung task or yung ilalagay as a position, something. So, ngayon, I will teach you how to get approved quickly. So, there are only 5 elements that I would say na very, very important na i-optimize nyo para madali kayong ma-approve kay Upwork. So, here you are currently seeing my screen. So, this is my Upwork profile. Disclaimer lang, hindi perfect yung profile ko, but I'm gonna share with you kung ano yung sa tingin ko nag-work for me, and hopefully you can replicate it so that mag-work din sa inyo. So, again, the first one is the headshot. Again, make sure that you are smiling and it's professional. And then, for the second one is the job title. This is very, very important here. I will show you later how you can do a research kung ano yung ilalagay nyo dito sa job title niyo. For the description naman, dito, these 6 lines here are very important talaga. Kasi if the client will check your profile, ito yung pinakauna niya makikita. Unless if the client will click more. Pero kung hindi siya mag-click more, ito lang yung makikita niya. So, dito niyo ilalagay yung pain points that you think happening sa kanyang business. And then, make sure na you will provide kung anong strategy yung gagawin mo para sa kanya and paano mo siya ma-help, sino yung target market mo, dapat nakalagay dito. And make sure that you put a call to action before sa other details. So, here's my call to action. Want to know how you can work with me? Just message me and let's have a chat. So, when I click here, there are other details pa like this key skills. So, since ang nilagay ko dito is digital marketing, and digital marketing is really a big umbrella, pero nagfo-focus ako more on social media and web development side of digital marketing. So, ito yung mga key skills na pwede kong i-offer kay client. Sa social media yan, ito din sa web development. And then, nilagay ko na din dito yung mga softwares and apps and tools na always kong ginagamit. So, ito yung mga list na yan. And then again, don't forget to put again a very clear call to action na naman para kay client if nagbasa siya up until here. Okay? So, that's that for the description. Here, meron din ako nilagay na portfolio. So, I have a couple of portfolios here. Again, if you are still starting and if you still handling mga beta clients pa, you can just put a sample of your work sa mga test clients mo like yung sa caption, and then sa graphics, and analytics. Kahit yung tatlo lang is okay na yan. But make sure na yung pinaka-first na portfolio mo dito, ito dapat yung maganda ang image kasi based on this results sa search, makikita kung ano yung image ng portfolio mo. So, that's very important, and as well as the skills and project catalogs. I haven't mentioned this one before, but yes, I also have a project catalog. It's just like a fixed rate for a fixed output. So, for example, gagawa lang ako kay client ng mga cover photos sa multiple social media platforms just for $25. And that's it. But yeah, I don't want you to get overwhelmed sa mga ganito. And I will share na kung ano talaga yung step-by-step in creating an Upwork profile that can convert clients. So the first thing is yung headshot or yung profile photo. It should be professional. It should be smiling. Hindi yung parang nabagsakan ka ng mundo. Hindi yung ganun. Dapat charming ka, tingnan, and dapat light yung photo. Hindi yung parang ang hirap tignan ng mukha mo doon. Parang natapi ko na to somewhere else. You can maybe check out this video here. Example, ito, ganito. Just smiling and then plain background. Maybe meron kang anak and you can ask your son or daughter at least 4 years old ha, para marunong namang humawak ng phone, no? Just stand sa behind the wall na very clear lang, walang mess. Tapos doon ka magpa-picture. And then just crop it, edit it sa Canva, maybe. The simple editor that we can use, no? You can just do that para meron kang professional looking photo. So the second one is the job title or yung position na ilalagay mo. Ito yung mali na ginagawa ko before, pero I already changed that na since ang dami ng mga new freelancers. Nisave din ng niche ko. So what I did is that I changed my position or yung job title na nilalagay ko. Ito yung formula. Yan. I will walk you through on how to search the keywords that you need to put sa job title niyo. So since this is a social media management challenge, we will focus more on the social media management position, okay? I will share my screen to you kung paano mag-pick up ng mga keywords na pwede nyong gamitin as your keyword sa job title nyo. We need keywords na always ginagamit ni client to search people na they need. So for example ha, we cannot just put social media manager lang. It's because ang dami ng social media manager ngayon sa Upwork platform. Hindi lang sa Upwork platform. Like, I guess sa lahat ng mga third-party platforms. And what we want is that we need to optimize our profile na it will stand out from the rest. Especially if you are still a beginner ha, and wala ka pa talagang experience or work history na makikita ni client doon. So you have to stand out sa mga meron ng experience. That's the goal. Okay? So that is the reason why we need to search first the keywords that you are going to use for your job title. So for the third one is the description. So I need you to put a complete description talaga doon sa baba ng job title nyo. Now, when I say complete, it means that all the things that you can do for the client are there, and you should mention there what are their frustrations, what are their main problems that you can solve. So by doing that, they can relate to your description, and if they can relate and they can see that you can solve their problem, then probably mas mataas yung percentage na ikaw yung i-hire. And take note, the first 3 sentences that you put sa description nyo, it should be catchy enough that the client will click it. Parang pangbungad mo na 3 sentences. It should be telling what is the client's pain points and how you are going to solve it. That's the trick there. And the fourth one that I would say na very important that you are going to put is yung work experience. Now, this is the reason why I want you to have a beta or test client so that meron kayong maglagay sa work experience. Sa work experience nyo, ilagay nyo dito yung pain points din ni clients or that goal that you want to reach and the result that you have given to that client. So, it's very important to do that para makita ni client ano ba yung result na naibigay mo for that company or for that business. Ano ba yung impact niya na ibigay mo for that business? Ano ba yung tulong or value na naibigay mo? Because again, the client wants to see what you can do for their business or for their company. They don't actually care kung ano yung mga hobbies mo. They don't actually care kung ano yung mga other side tasks mo pa na hindi align sa tasks na gusto nila. So, just only put all the things that you think the client will want to see on your profile. So, for the fifth one, this is the last but not the least, is yung portfolio mo. Yeah, a lot of you guys think that you have to have a client talaga from the Upwork para may mailagay kayo ng portfolio. No. Kahit yung mga ginagawa mo lang for yourself sa social media mo, you can put that as a portfolio sa Upwork mo or even sa kahit anong platform, even sa onlinejobs.ph. Lahat ng sinasabi ko ngayon, the third-party online platforms, you can apply this. So, yung ginagawa mo for yourself, yung ginagawa mo sa task clients mo, you can put that as a portfolio. portfolio. But take note, the client wants to see the results. So, analytics would be preferred. Yung mga may graphs, yung may mga charts, mga report, mga insights mo for your clients would be so important. Doon na nakikita if your work is working or not. So, if you have done yung previous task natin, yung creating analytics report, you can put that as part of your portfolio para meron kang mailagay. Put at least 3 samples of your work. Analytics, graphics, and maybe the caption. And then that's it. You can start from that. Those are the 5 major factors talaga na dapat mong i-make sure na okay yung pagkagawa mo sa profile mo. Whether it's Upwork, OnlineJobs.ph, FreeUp, or whatever third-party platforms that you want to build up. I created a new Gmail account for this demo, and let's see, click get started. If nasa Upwork na kayo, get started lang, and then I am a freelancer looking for work, apply as a freelancer, and I would like to just continue with Google para hindi ko na to siya galawin pa. So, yeah, I will just do that. Click lang natin itong yes, I understand, create my account, but make sure guys, you have read all the terms and conditions, yung mga ganun, when you are going to apply a work here under Upwork platform. So, here, just get ready. So, if you are still brand new, you can click this one. I have some experience, but since I will think that wala pa talaga kayong idea when it comes to freelancing and kakapanood nyo lang to, so I will just put I am brand new to this. And next, what is your biggest goal for freelancing? Let's say to earn my main income, and then that I'd like to find opportunities myself. Okay, so maybe we can put that together. I open to contract hire. You can also click that, and then create a profile. If you have your resume, you can upload it here. For example, let's say this one, then continue. Ito yung professional role. Dito mo nilalagay yung title na sinasabi ko. If you are a social media manager, you can put here social media manager, but I want you to put the niche that you have. Especially if meron talaga kayong niche or forte na gawin. Let's say you are a video editor talaga. You can create short and long form video, tapos lagyan mo dito social media, and then kung ano yung ginagamit nyo, like let's say Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro, it's up to you. Yung ganun. Very specific kung ano yung ginagawa nyo talaga. Tapos, let's say you are a social media manager and kung anong tools. As you can see here sa akin, balik tayo dito. Ang ginawa ko kasi dito is yung digital marketing. The reason why I added digital marketing because I am not just really focusing sa social media. I also do web development. Dito mo kasi makikita, let's say, jobs. And mag-search tayo ng social media marketer, manager, marketing, content creator, strategist, social media designer. So, pwede mo siyang itong mga gamitin kasi these are the keywords na sinisearch ni client. So, for example, let's say Instagram marketing, Instagram growth. Kung ano yung mga lalabas dito, you can put it here sa job title kasi yun mostly yung ginagamit na keywords ni client. So, for example, sa TikTok naman, video editor, TikTok ads, TikTok content creator, TikTok media buyer. So, yan. Ganyan kayo mag-research kasi these are the keywords na always ginagamit ni client. And our goal is that dapat masali ang profile mo sa mga research results. That's the reason why I want you to research first the keywords before putting title here. Let's go back. Please choose a shorter title. Okay, let's just say next. So, since meron akong mga nilagay doon, di ba? Automatic na kinuha niya yung mga details. So, you can also do that kung meron ka ng CV or resume na in-upload. But you can also add more here. Let's say how you've been a social media manager to your beta client. Let's say your company is ABC company. I'm not sure kung ano yung company yun. Let's say yung beta client mo is from the Philippines. Davao. Philippines. Ayan. Let's say you are currently working on that day. Let's say February, just this year. And then sa description, ilagay mo dito kung ano yung mga challenges ni client. Business challenges. Maglagay kayo ng at least magandang mga bullet points. Same here, diba? Ang cute ng mga bullet points. So make sure to download this one. You can just also research it online and copy and paste it. For me, I'm gonna say mga roadblocks ni clients or mga challenges. No social media accounts. No solid branding. So for this one here, sabihin mo, yung mga ginagawa mo na para kay client, ilagay mo na siya dito. And then, yung mga achievements, like mga numbers. Gusto ko ng trophy. Wait, I'll get a trophy icon. Tapos, growth ni client. Gusto ko madami yung ilagay niyo dito ng mga from 0 followers in just 3 months. Something like that. And many more. You just put save. Ito na siya. Next. Again, if meron na kayong na-upload, makikita siya dito. But if wala kayong in-upload, you can just click add here. Sa languages, lagay lang natin conversational or fluent. It's up to you guys. I don't know kung saan kayo na-belong dyan. So let's just say conversational. Next. Here, ito na yung skills. So, social media management, content. You can add more here. Social media, advertising, up until 15. So, please make sure na up until 15 talaga yung ilagay nyo para max na max talaga siya. Then after, kung 15 na yung na-add nyo, write an overview. So, this is the bio. Yung sinabi ko, dito mo makikita. Ito siya. Make sure at least 70 words are very catchy. You can maybe also ask ChatGPT to do this one for you kung hindi ka masyadong magaling when it comes to copywriting. And then, say like that. And then, choose your category. What you offer, no? So, since social media tayo, sales and marketing, digital marketing here, and then, pwede ka pang magdagdag ng marami aside from that. You can also put this one, if meron kang sa virtual assistants, you can put as much as you can here, kung ano sa tingin nyo yung kaya nyong gawin for the client. So, let's say that's that. And then for your rate, again, I would highly recommend that you set your rate high here compared sa ibibid nyo talaga. So, let's say, let's start from 10 to 15. So, let's just put 15. And then, ayan. That's what I have said kanina, diba? Dapat nakasmile. And then, hindi messy yung background. Ayan. And then, date of birth. Let's just say something like that. This is 1991. Let's just put Philippines. Let's say this one is the profile. And then, just click submit. Hindi ko na siya isa-submit kasi baka ma-flag yung account ko kasi the same yung mga details. Kasi nga, hindi pwede na marami kang profile kay Upwork. So, I don't want to take a risk na ma-hold yung original account ko just because of doing this one. So, yeah, if you're going to submit your profile, I think less than a day or 2 maybe, makikita mo na approve ka na. If you've already set up your profile na, fingers crossed, hopefully talaga ma-approve na yan. And if ma-approve na siya, malalaman mo naman kasi pwede ka nang mag-submit ng proposals. Meaning meron ka ng connects. Okay? The reason why I really want you to optimize your profile and as well as send an effective cover letter, it's because kahit hindi ka i-hire ni client, as long as maka-reply siya sa proposal mo, then mababalik yung 10 connects. First, before applying, check out this video here. It's very, very helpful. It's an old video of mine. Di ko gusto yung mukha ko dyan, but it's a gold. I've provided a lot of value from there on how you are going to send proposals to clients. Check out that one first. first things first talaga, yung cover letter mo should not be focused on who are you. It's more on about the client. Like, you should be client focused and not you focused. The more that you are interested sa business ng client and how you can help them, the more that they will feel the genuine side of you that you just really want to help their business. In that case, mas malaki yung possibility or percentage na ikaw yung i-hire. First phase doon is mention what are their pain points or their problem that they want to solve. Second, at least provide 3 strategies that you can do to help the client solve their pain points or their problems or their challenge sa business nila. And then provide related work portfolio na ginawa mo related sa problem nila. And then ask about more sa company nila. So ayun, yun yung 4 na always nyong i-make sure na nasa cover letter nyo. And then to be honest, the rate that you are going to put there, just put at least $10 per hour as a starting rate. Hindi naman necessary na if mag-bid ka $10 agad. You can always change that. Kahit sa profile mo it says $10, you can bid more than that and you can bid lower than that. So yung technique ko lang, nilalagay ko talaga ng mataas yung rate na ilalagay ko sa profile ko. Pero sa proposal ko, nagva-vary siya depending on the task na nakikita ko. If makikita ko na sobrang madaming task akong gagawin, then I would put it as higher. And then kung hindi naman ganun masyado, it's just really more on, social media moderation or engagements lang, binababaan ko siya na hindi masyadong ganoon kataas. So I would highly recommend that maybe you will start putting as $10 sa profile nyo. And then, kayo na yung mag-decide sa proposal nyo if you want to go higher than that or lower than that. Again, it depends kung ano yung task na gusto ni client. Again, by the way, I would not recommend that you bid projects na very, very low kasi sayang din yung connects mo. And then at the same time, yung mga clients ngayon, gusto nila na hindi masyadong bababa. At least, okay yung rate, but they can see results. Again, know your worth, know your value. Kung ano yung may ibibigay mo na value sa company, then you should ask for that rate. Okay? And now, let's move on how you can search for social media management job and how you can send cover letter to your prospect client. And now, once nakita mo na may connects ka na, you can just go here sa find work and then find social media manager or maybe find social media management. Like that. Kahit anong mga keywords, i-try mo as long as it's all about social media management, social media marketing, social media manager. That's why keyword is very important. For example, this one, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram manager, social media manager pa rin yung hanap niya, di ba? But as you can see, hindi pa siyang payment verified. I would not recommend pag hindi pa verified, no? Pero meron din namang still totoong mga clients kahit hindi pa sila verified, no? This one is verified na, meaning nakapagbayad na siya. Let's check now for this one from Australia. Then I'm looking for a community manager. Don't forget to really read all the client's description. And gusto niya yung starting is nasa $8. For this one, meron na siyang mga na-hire. And then, makikita mo dito yung pangalan niya. So, Ken yung name niya. When you are going to address the cover letter, make sure to use his name, Ken. Yeah, that's that. Meron na din siya mga job in progress. That's that. And when you apply, just click apply here sa gilid. Let's just use my agency profile. By the way, hindi ko to isasanda. I will just gonna use my general profile here. Dito by milestone or by project. Fixed rate pala siya, pero ang sabi niya dito na per hour. So, madali lang yung gusto niyang gawin. More on social media engagement or moderation. Let's check. Okay. Pwede mong sabihin dito na you've checked his Instagram already and nakikita mo na marami ng mga comments, which is good. Yeah, it really needs moderation. Make sure that the comments are good and uplifting. As what I have said earlier, that the cover letter, you should mention the pain points or problem the client and the things na kailangan niya ng help. And then mention that you know how to help him by doing mention at least 3 strategies. And provide portfolio link or make sure na naka-update na yung portfolio nyo dito sa itaas. Yung ginawa nyo na profile, may portfolio na doon. And just say profile. Kahit ganyan lang. And then ask questions about her business or about the task. So, ayan lang. Kahit super simple lang, hindi necessary na mala-novela ang isasend mo na cover letter. Just by asking questions or just by stating to message you to discuss what is the task that needs to be done. Yung ganon. For this one, since ang nakalagay dito is fixed rate pala, pero ang gusto niya dito is $8, you can also indicate that one that you're okay with fixed rate or per hour. For the fixed rate, lagay niyo lang dito. Let's say, by milestone, every week, let's say, ang due date is here. So, every week, you'll have 150 for that. Ganyan. Kasi moderation lang naman yung gusto niya, diba? Hindi naman talaga content creation. So, for this one, you can put more than 6 months and then send 8 connects. So, something like that. So, yeah, this is just parang run through lang on how you can do that. Let me know if you want one na parang very detailed when submitting a proposal. So, yeah, I guess that's that. Hope this video really helps you guys. And if you have further questions when it comes to creating Upwork profile and Upwork tips, you can just comment it below so that I can create a content for you for that. And yeah, for this video's assignment, I want you to create a profile. Maybe not on Upwork, maybe online, BossedUp PH, any third-party platforms. I just want you to create one and then put the link inside sa Facebook groups natin. So for the private group, you can put that sa becoming a social media manager, a BossedUp challenge. For the public group, you can also share your profile inside I'm Ready to Boss Up by Breaksui na group. So if you like this kind of video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our Facebook page at BossedUp PH. Follow us on our Instagram accounts at Breaksui and at BossedUp PH. So yeah, hope to see you guys on my next one. Bye!